Hayden and these guys, like but they were big characters. It feels like it's really like the Australian team is like a little bit vanilla.
They're all nerds. Do you reckon they're unlikable? For the rest of the time.
And I think this summer it's huge because India come out and there's a lot of support for India. And usually it's like a good rivalry, Australia versus India. But I still feel like there's been so much talk around who's going to be opening the batting or who's going to do it. If actually you forget like you said, you forget there's games on. Right? They need to start pumping up. Like they clearly need to start pumping up these test series and this test match and like the build up to it. Like because round one of AFL and NRL, there's a build up for like months.
Yeah.
But they have done absolutely zero. Everyone's just like sitting back and like not putting their balls on the line and saying who's going to actually be opening. And that's what's taken away from everything and the fact that there's actually cricket games being played.
Well, the first test is next Friday week.
And not one thing. They've just announced the squad. That's it.
Yeah. And over in Perth. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Because you know what is the other part of it as well. On the back of that is there's so much cricket. These guys get interviewed so many times that you get bored of it.
Mm.
Like the reason why Dave Warner stands
too much access
because he's literally just loves the headline. Like,
yeah,
and but at least he's entertaining. Mm. Like you do not know what he's going to say.
Yeah,
I would rather listen to him than like a couple of these other guys that, pardon the pun, straight bat everything.
There's not a lot of personality, is there?
Nah.
Mitch Marsh is good. He's got a bit of personality. Yeah. Head's really good too. But you're right; they're all pretty straighty 180 dudes.
Straight. And it's like
we miss the big characters like Warney, rest in peace. The big Cowboys.
This is a Warney top actually. But that's the thing. Even like the guys like Hayden and these guys, like they were big characters. It feels like it's really like the Australian team is like a little bit vanilla.
They're all nerds,
and maybe that's why they're not making that runs, and that's why people don't want to go and watch. They don't really want to.
Do you reckon they're unlikable? I think they're likable.
I think some of them are unlikable.
Yeah, I think it's probably fair.
And I think there's people like we talk about Steve Smith and Marnus. They're like the full super cricket nerds. Like they love cricket. They just want to be in the nets and like they like live their life.
Stat junkies. Yeah.
And then you like you said, you mentioned Mitch Marsh, who's actually a bit of a lad.
Yep.
Like,
drinks beers, hits big sixes. He's cool.
Cummings is obviously the captain, but he's pretty clean cut.
I love him.
He's pretty straight, but he's pretty clean cut.
Yep.
Travis Head is a bit loose, which we like.
Yeah, big time. Nothing around a few years.
And I think the team, you do need your characters in the team, but I think the shine's gone off. They're not as likable as back in the day.
All right. So let's wrap this up, and I'm going to ask you two questions. What's your prediction for the series?
The test series or the one?
Test series.
Test series, 1 day's done. Well, we've wiped out the Sydney test because it's always going to rain.
Rains, yep.
So that'll most likely be a draw.
Yep, that'll be washout.
So that's a theory there.
Yep.
I'll go 3-1 and draw.
All right, if you're going to say 3-1, I can't say the same as you this week. I'm going to say 4-0. 4-0 Australia.
4-0.
Yep. Because I know we're not making runs at the moment, so these are my worries. I'm going to ask you your worries at the moment. I know we're not making runs at the moment, but I'm confident we will. We'll snap out of it. Guys like Smith. Smith needs a big summer. He's one of those guys that's like, hey, man, can you switch on? I think he will. And I think our bowling attack is just far too strong on quick bouncing wickets. I think the Indians will struggle. And they're going to be licking their wounds. They just lost at home to New Zealand, and they're going to face probably the best bowling attack in the world on their home track.
There's so much pressure on Australian batsmen at the moment, which is a little bit of a worry.
As long
that's my concerns. There's so much pressure in the lead up to this, like who's going to play, and then it's like Khawaja's going to have to lead from the front.
I'm all right
because he's got a young guy next to him, and then you've got Marnus and Smith who are not in the greatest form. If they have a lean start to the series, they'll be in their own head, and that's the worry for me is obviously Australia's batting, but then if you're overthinking things, and in cricket, it's literally it's only you. You can only rely on yourself.
Yep.
And you got to concentrate. If you overthink it, there goes the natural play, like head just hits the ball.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'm not going to say he's not the smartest guy, but I don't think he overthinks anything.
No, he doesn't. He just plays
Mitch
the game
Marsh.
and does whatever.
Mitch Marsh doesn't overthink anything. He just does. And that's why they're actually probably the more reliable ones at the moment.
Do you think, can India win the series down here?
They can. Kohli's going to have to put on a big performance. He's going to have to, he's going to have to be the leading run scorer.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can win the series. I think losing to you can't be understated. Losing to New Zealand at home with no Williamson is a massive achievement for New Zealand.
You're
we haven't done that.
Underrating New Zealand or you're overrating India at home?
I'm probably doing a little bit of both, but it doesn't matter because they lost that series.
It's set in stone. That's done.
Yeah, it's done. See you later. So I reckon they're going to come here. They'll be licking their wounds a little bit. So yeah, I think it's going to be an awesome series. I can't wait.
Yeah, there'll be some big crowds.
I'm really excited.
As usual. And people do come out. Like, as soon as the cricket does start, then people rock up.
Yeah,
and then they get excited. Something happens. It's always like there's some form of drama. And Kohli can get aggressive, which we want him to get aggressive. A couple of send-offs. Mitch Stark, big left arm looping in. Kohli gives him a send-off and then they go at each other.
That's great.
That's what you want to see.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.